Facebook, YouTube and Twitter have all removed the video from its platforms because it violates their COVID-19 misinformation policy. In the video, Dr. Stella Immanuel claims to have treated over 350 COVID-19 patients, many with underlying conditions, and losing not a single patient due to the alleged efficacy of hydroxychloroquine. The SABC has been unable to verify those claims, but the US Centers for Disease Control, the Food and Drug Administration, the World Health Organization, and the African Centers for Disease Control all agree that the drug has a negligible or zero reduction in mortality.
Hydroxychloroquine works. I have treated over 350 patients.
Dr. Immanuel, who's part of a group called America's Frontline Doctors, a right-wing-backed group of medics, also questioned the effectiveness of wearing masks as a mitigating factor, but has received President Trump's support.
She was on air along with many other doctors. They were big fans of hydroxychloroquine, and I thought she was very impressive in the sense that from where she came, I don't know which country she comes from, but she said that she's had tremendous success with hundreds of different patients, and I thought her voice was an important voice, but I know nothing about her.
The FDA withdrew an emergency authorization of the drug for COVID-19, citing it as ineffective, but causing serious adverse effects, including heart rhythm irregularities. Evidence that leaders such as Trump and his counterpart in Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, largely dismiss.
I can only say that from my standpoint, and based on a lot of reading and a lot of knowledge about it, I think it could have a very positive impact in the early stages. And I don't think you lose anything by doing it, other than politically, it doesn't seem to be too popular. You know why? Because I recommend it. When I recommend something, they like to say, don't use it.
The same president who in April recommended injecting disinfectant into the body as a possible treatment for COVID-19. A view again dismissed by the country's top infectious diseases doctor in an interview with ABC News.
I go along with the FDA. The overwhelming prevailing clinical trials that have looked at the efficacy of hydroxychloroquine have indicated that it is not effective in coronavirus disease.
He's got this high approval rating.
With President Trump musing aloud why his poll numbers show Dr. Fauci is far more popular and trusted than he is.
So it sort of is curious. A man works for us, with us very closely, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, also highly thought of. And yet they're highly thought of, but nobody likes me. It can only be my personality, that's all.
The president's poll numbers suffering as a result of his response to the pandemic, with almost 4.5 million COVID-19 cases and more than 150,000 dead and rising. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.